What's up, everybody? It's your boy Troll Phil here, and we're back with another stream. I thought I was streaming just a minute ago, but I was not. But we're going to get into some BS today, some good old-fashioned BS. I'm just going to be talking here. If you guys have something to talk about tonight, something to listen to, if you guys are wanting to chill out on that tip, just let me know. We'll get straight into it. Now, today's videos, we got one that I did want to talk on particular, and that is the Now You a Single Mom dude getting kicked off of Fresh and Fit. And then I wanted to talk about some other things. It's a lot of different things going on right now. It's just what you guys fancy. If you guys want to hear about politics tonight, we'll talk about politics. If you guys want to hear about the whatever the fuck war's going on, or if you guys just want to chat, listen to some music, chill the fuck out, we could do that too. But without further ado, make sure you guys hit that like, that comment, that subscribe, that follow, all of that good stuff. Hit them those buttons for your boy. And we're getting straight into this. One thing for the new viewers and people that have come into my channel, I am a 420 friendly channel, meaning that more than likely I'm not going to be monetized. I want you guys to just enjoy the content. This isn't for the money. This is just something I do in my spare time. So if you feel like this is something you can get behind, just hit that follow button. It's free. Just want to grow the channel so I can meet more people that love video games, that likes to talk gaming, and that meets, some of the same interests as I do. I love having friends, and I would like to be your friend. So without further ado, hope you guys enjoy it half as much as I enjoy making it. So, we have a video right now. And get you guys on game. We have a video posted by MTR, okay? And this video pretty much is showing the single mom guy getting kicked out. So, let's get straight into it.
On the 304s on the podcast, which is generally not what happens. I think I've only seen one other guy get kicked out throughout the entirety of the President's podcast. So he must be extreme, right?
Yeah.
The interesting about this kickout is that this guy goes by the name of Brandon Jamal. Now, if you recognize his face, he is the same young brother that just dropped the song, So Now You a Single Mom. That's been going viral over the past month or two.
So that's the exposition. That's the exposition, guys. What's going on, man? What's good? Bad Guy Streams. Have you good night. I will be lurking, and Buddy Gang will be supporting. Love much. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm just over here BSing tonight. I usually play games and stuff, listen to music, rap with people. But tonight is just a chill night. I can't go to sleep, and I had some things on my watch later I wanted to watch, so I might as well watch it with you guys. So if you guys got something too that you guys want to watch or want to talk about with me, we can hit that up too. But as we're going into it, this guy right here, Vuno, right next to Tommy Sotomayor and some bitches, he is the Diaper Man. This Now You a Single Mom guy. I'm pretty sure most of you have heard it. It's the Now You a Single Mom, and then he does the dance like that or whatever, like the robot, and he has diapers in his hands or whatever, the stiff man. So that's this guy. He is somebody that obviously likes Fresh and Fit, but he was going a little too wild. He, was acting a little too vulgar. So, or not vulgar, but belligerent, you know what I'm saying? So let's check it out. We'll see what's going on.
Across the interwebs. I want to say on his platform alone is over 2 million, maybe 3 million views, and he's created or began to create a name for himself based off of the song. But what happens is that in podcasts, you begin to hear people speak long form, which gives you a lot more information into the true content of the character. And this guy's extremely extreme, for lack of a better word, so extreme that Myron had enough of his ish and kicked him off of the show. Let's go through some of these components because I think there's a lot of lessons in here, especially when you begin to gain status within your life and how it is that you choose to display that status as a man and also how you deal with conflict. So
That's why I like MTR right there, because that's exactly what I got out of it. I feel like this guy was somebody that ain't had no clout before. He was just trying to get by. He got this video out. He came out with a single. you know, good for you. And then he went over and started rubbing it in people's faces. You know, if I ever do something like that, I want you guys to get in my ass too. I don't like people like that. That's fucked up. You don't sit there and shit on the people that got you up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta get it to where you try to relate to the people and not try to be this guy that has all this money and deserves all this respect because he did this thing that he feels is impossible and, you know, mightier than other people because he got it now and people are still trying to get it. You know what I'm saying? It's something to be proud of. It's something to really be proud of, but it's nothing to sit there and flex about. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be humble about it. People respect that so much more. But let's get into it. I want you guys to see the example of what I'm talking about.
Get active.
The more you talk, the stupider you sound, you stupid motherfucker.
Damn.
Look in the chat. The more you talk, the stupider you sound.
Look at.
I'm just wondering what the point was that he got to get kicked out, because there's been some crazy ass people on there. You know, if you watch it, you guys, Zakara and stuff like that. It's some crazy niggas on here. So I'm wondering what he did actually to get kicked off.
You got off.
Yo, the gentleman right here, he goes by the name of Tommy Sotomayor, and he's also known for going hard on women. And notice him shaking his head. No, he's totally not with the shit. So Brandon Jamal is currently arguing with this woman right here, who, you know, from my understanding, was a 304 like ex-stripper, and is talking about that she's in good position to get the type of man that she wants, all type of craziness, and he's combating this with the Pampers in front of him, which is where he's known for. But
that shit is hilarious.
To the way that he's going at this woman, her response, as well as the response of the other men in the room.
I'm sorry, the pamper thing is so funny to me. It's like, it's dirty, but it's so funny. And it's only dirty because they look dirty. You know what I'm saying? But it's so funny because then they have to look at exactly what they don't want to look at. He said, bitch.
You got off of work. Didn't go to sleep. What's your dumb ass couldn't go to school on time?
Yeah, that's pretty nasty.
Oh my God. It took you 45 minutes to an hour to take a shower. You couldn't go to school?
Did your parents? I just had a 6:14. I used to lie to myself.
That's educated.
Let's reset real quick. So this is what we'll do. This is what we'll do.
Oh my God.
Brad, I'll turn it to you. You can say what you want to say, and then I'll turn it to her. She can respond.
God.
And then we'll just go one mic at a time.
She had to say to her.
And then
She said enough.
You want to move? You don't want to?
Oh no,
She
said
did.
enough. She did.
I just want to let Brandon finish this thing.
I wish he would have included the argument, but
We'll let her
I
respond.
think they like me better
Shout
than
out
you.
Global Prenup.
Okay.
Get these niggas, get this bitch up out of here.
Who is
So I think Global
get these bitches out of here. He gets a lot of inspiration from Myron. I think that's why he got kicked out.
This is the guy who
You sound it's goofy. I'm not
Can I
gonna.
tell you who I am? Can I tell you who I am? Real quick, bitch. Can I tell you? If you don't mind.
Real quick, bitch.
Those TikTok
Look at.
from 70K to 300K in a month.
I don't know why Tommy Sotomayor is shaking his head, because if I gotta go back to see the receipts, this nigga act the same way. He just seeing himself in the mirror for once. But let's go ahead and see it.
Because I'm the motherfucker whose video got 2 million views
I
on
didn't watch it,
YouTube.
though.
I'm telling you who I am, bitch. I'm breaking it down. Shut the fuck up when I'm talking. I'm the motherfucker whose video got 2 million views in less than 2 months, and the only promotion has been his social media. I'm the motherfucker who got 1,500 orders of merchandise. That's my silhouette on the logo. T-shirts, motherfucking hoodies.
$1,500?
1,500 orders, motherfucker. I stuttered. My bad. 1,500 orders. Niggas is buying stickers with my logo on them. Hoodies with my logo on them. Motherfucking T-shirts with my logo on them.
Yeah, that when you start doing shit like that, nobody likes shit. That's what fucking fresh. That's what fucked up Fresh and Fit in the first place. So I'm thinking that's why he got kicked off.
Spanish that motherfucker's been begging for.
I thought you were gonna say 150,000.
My YouTube
Nigga
channel-
said, what did you say?
My
1,500.
YouTube channel grew from 9,000 to 118,000 in a month and a half. Shut the fuck up when you talk to me, bitch.
Oh,
I just like that
and he ain't even that big. See, me, I don't like, everybody's standards for big is different. So when I think of big, I don't even think MTR is all that big. I started watching MTR when he was around like 13,000, 14,000 subscribers. It ain't about the subscribers. It's more so about your outlook on life and shit. If most people gonna agree with it, they're gonna agree with it very fast. The internet works that way now. Andrew Tate and them, you know, I propped him up for getting it that way, but TikTok and shorts have revolutionized the way that people get content and find new content to watch. Because it all starts with a reel. It all starts with something interesting on a reel that you've seen, and then you go deep dive that shit, and then next thing you know, you got nothing done all day, and you've watched probably 1,000 reels. You know what I'm saying? You go on your like page, and it's flooded with reels. But that's just the way it is nowadays, is because shit like this, like his content blew up because he made that song. He was able to short it into that little short or whatever on YouTube, TikTok, all of that, and blew up his following because people will support you when they have the same outlook on something. You know what I'm saying? And if they really agree with you, they will support you, because some people are okay with being consumers and some people are okay with wanting to do it themselves, you know? So that's just how I see it. I just think this guy got a big head. He was like, you know what? I did all of this within 2 months. This is wicked. Also, I'm on the Fresh and Fit podcast. I was watching these niggas like 2 years ago. This is big. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Miami right now. I'm doing this. I'm big right now. This is dope. I'm getting paid. I ain't got to work my job no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's hyped, and that's good. You should be hyped. But at the same time, you shouldn't take it to where you acting like less of a man. Fucking screaming and yelling and boasting about what you got. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should just be chilling out on it.
In real life, I would.
Now, we saw this dynamic happening in the other Fresh and Fit show where it was the bald buff dude talking to the overweight family guy. When the bald buff dude asked the guy show by getting
He's
on
talking
her
about
level
Wes.
and trying of the numbers of any of the other content for comment video right now. But this at this point just like he just wants to be disrespectful for the sake of being disrespectful.
That's what it feels like. He's trying too
Go
hard.
to jail, you stupid mother. But since you don't go to school, you don't realize that if you
First
hit
of
a
all,
motherfucker
you're
and I
in
call
the
the
same
police,
place
you're going
as
to
I am.
jail.
So what does that mean? Like,
I
we're in the
am
same
not
place.
in the same place
No, I'm
as
doing
a
better than you.
True
I
Dust
bet.
OnlyFans.
I'm doing better than you.
Are gonna reset here.
Yeah.
Yo, talk.
She said I'm in the
Tommy
same
and Sassy.
place.
Who the hell here is
Sassy
sucking his
is
dick?
not, son.
Somebody here is
His name
sucking
is
his dick, and I'm
Brandon.
gonna
Sassy
find out. And I need a man. Which one of
Sassy
you
as fuck.
guys
Now
here
she's
is sucking his
insulting all
dick?
the
The-
men's
what?
sexuality in here. You know, that's what they do when they're wrong. They go to the sexuality every time. You know this. It's a tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, a future single mom.
God forbid.
So after this point, I wanted to show you guys
That shit is kind of funny.
a
A future single mom.
I'm sorry, but you guys are all like stuff, but you
That
guys
shit
are
was
all,
funny.
Like, my age, and no one's married yet. No one's married. Like, no one has an official relationship. Like,
You mean the women or the men here?
everybody.
Yo, who's the viral nigga here or not? May I speak? What the f? Are we here for these bitches or me and bro? Like,
What?
for real? Like, can I,
I think
talk?
if it was only men on
What?
the show, I don't think it would be that.
What? What? Brother, ew. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. This bro did not just say that on somebody else's podcast, bro. They there to film their after hours show. They ain't there just for you, bro. You there as a guest. You not there as the main attraction. Fresh and Fit is the main attraction on Fresh and Fit channel. You are the main attraction on your channel, bro. You need to step it back a bit.
And nobody lets me talk. You want to hear what this yapping heifer has to say except for the viral niggas? What the fuck is going on here?
You're corny.
If we finna let these bitches talk all day, can I
chill the
just...
fuck out, man.
I
Yeah,
don't
Chill the fuck out, man.
Like, what does he think he
For real, bro. Like, he's like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, he tried that nigga. Like, for real. He tried Myra in his studio. He tried Fresh in their studio. He tried the whole staff with that one, bro. And the girls at the table.
It was
Chill
too
the
much.
fuck out, bro.
I'm
You're
that
doing too much
nigga, man.
now.
I'm leaving.
Right, who is this guy?
Alright, bro. Just, alright, bro. Just
LOL.
leave. Just leave.
Yeah.
What a cornball.
Castle?
You're doing too much, bro.
Yeah, I mean.
Sure am. A whole lot.
You're doing too much, bro.
Now you singlemom.com. Get your merch.
I'm
Man, get
not
outta
a
here,
single
bro.
mom. What a
Fuck outta here,
weirdo.
man.
Respect.
You left your diapers. You know they're expensive. You can't. I don't know if you're gonna be able to.
Like a man.
This guy was.
He was like, bitch ass nigga. He got that Cat Williams vibe to him. He's trying to act like Cat Williams acted, but in real life. You know what I'm saying? This nigga think he pimping, but how I'm feeling about it, bro, I feel like this man should have just kept his mouth shut when he could have kept his mouth shut. He was doing a little too much. He was sitting there like feeling himself too much. I think they was drinking a bit, and he don't drink like that. That man started drinking, and he was like, you know what? I'm Big G in this motherfucker. I'm the big papa in this motherfucker. Why the fuck aren't you talking to me and him? Why are we talking to these hoes? Because they got shows for different things, bro. And this show for this, bro. You in the wrong place, wrong time for that, bro. That's something that you could have, that's something that you could have done in private, or something that you could have done, behind the scenes. Hey, bro, can we set up a show where it's just me, you, and Tommy? I would really appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? That's how you network. You don't sit there and act like you bigger than these dudes. You know what I'm saying? And these dudes ain't even monetized no more, and they still making more money than you, bro. Like, you can't even do that. But to each his own. Let's see what this ending is like.
Well, you can tell when somebody never had anything in their damn life when they keep bringing up, I did this on TikTok.
Like you got
I just kept saying it like this nigga has a
Did he make $1 million
Yeah.
on
the
TikTok?
shit he's done is like
cool.
that's corny as hell. It's just you can tell he's never done anything. He didn't do any shit in high school. Didn't do anything in college. The
Yep.
only thing you have is this,
It's a
and
viral
you just
video.
keep saying it, and it got ugly and irritating.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I do want to say this.
Yo, get him out of here, bro. Get him out, Chris. Get him out of here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It turned.
That's how I felt
So
about it, bro. That
odd
nigga
because
ain't had
he's
shit.
acting as if he went double platinum. Classic case of
For
a man
real.
who gains fame or money out of nowhere. Maybe he didn't have it like that before, getting completely to his head. And at the moment that he could utilize another platform to continue whatever goals that he has within his life, blew
Growth.
it. Meanwhile, his
Yep.
behavior is the exact same type of behavior that you wouldn't want to see out of someone creating content like this. Because
And you know what's fucked up? 90% of the people that watch this dude are the same people that watch Fresh and Fit. You know what I'm saying? So that just turned off majority of their viewers. I'm just saying that now because they disrespected them, and their viewers are the ones that voted them out. If you look right here in the bottom left, I know it's hard to see for you guys because my face is in the way. But if you can see it, it's a castle meter. They text to, you text that in order to get people kicked off if you feel like they're being annoying, and people were overwhelmingly trying to get that man kicked off because they ain't like the way he was vibing.
now he comes across as emotional, he comes across as cringy, providing the talking points that any dude that talks about this type of content has some innate issues that they got to work out.
It did, and I knew it was going there. That's why I wasn't saying shit. He was getting on my fucking nerves.
I can see you.
Everybody
on your
like
face.
that. You were checked out.
He was getting on my nerves. And you know, I usually when I'm here, that shit was just.
Yeah. So at this point, everyone's on the same page here, and now the mess is gone, so to speak, and there's still diapers on the table. Yeah.
Look like one is in a cup.
That's the sweat diaper.
Jehovah Jireh.
This nigga.
This is crazy, bro.
This nigga made diapers his whole thing. He's snapping.
He was a weirdo.
Absolutely terrible showing. Maybe I could get a hold of him. We can have a conversation regarding his strategy here. But you don't want to act like the single mothers that you create songs about.
Exactly.
Hopefully this is a learning lesson for him. And I would say, if anything, bro, know what podcast that you're going up to.
Exactly.
Men watch this section, this portion of Fresh and Fit, because they want to hear the ladies talk. They have sections of content where it's just you being interviewed. That's your time to lay your claim to fame. But over here, you listen to them talk, and you trump out what it is that they're saying with pure logic.
That's how I felt about it. But you seen it. You heard it. Make sure you hit them comments below. You know what I'm saying. I want to hear from you guys. And I'll see you later on the YouTube. But other than that, we gonna go right into another one. We gonna watch some other stuff. Like I said, I got some things in my watch later I've been meaning to get at. So we got Call of Duty woke ammo accidentally red pills normies on disturbing trend and they hide. So let's see what they talk. Let's see what the quarter is talking
predictable
about.
rainbows in the bio, except for our locations in the Middle East. But a lot of companies aren't even putting it out there. In fact, Major League Baseball after immense backlash, seem to change their logo from a Pride logo back to their normal logo within 24 hours.
People are done with it. We're done with it. We're done with it. Tolerance.
Companies getting
you know why people are done with it? You know why people are done with this whole LGBTQ agenda and video games, technology, and whatever the fuck people like? Is because it's forced. Whatever you do, you cannot force it. If you force it, people will be reluctant to it. Yeah, you will get useful idiots to jump on the train, but they will, once they find out that normal people in real life will give them a hard time every time they do it, more people will just revert back to their normal ways. It's too hard to be something that you're not. You know what I'm saying? And if you really feel that way, then you will go about your life that way no matter how many people talk about it. It's something that when you live a certain way, you don't need appreciation, you don't need validation from no one but yourself. And as long as you don't lie to yourself, you don't cheat yourself, you don't talk crap about yourself, you don't make yourself feel bad, and you're not a person you hate, you should be alright. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has times of doubt, times of anxiety, times of crisis, and you know, if you are going through that, I always am a firm believer you should talk it out with people you trust, whether that be a psychiatrist, your friends, your girlfriends, if you're a girl, your boys, if you're a boy, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. But I don't think that, you know, forcing it upon people and making them accept it in every aspect of their life, almost as if you are trying to make people think that if you do this, there is no consequences for it, when there are consequences for it, both socially, mentally, physically, and health-wise. So, and that's not being fear-mongering or nothing. This is just honest facts. These are things that you can see on the .gov website. These are just things that people know about this way of life. Now, the problem with it is we know that kids unwillingly, you know, unadmittably play video games that they shouldn't play. And that's being the case, you know, games are being censored all over the place, and most adults will be like, okay, fine, I'll give up some breast or some ass cheeks just so the game could be good, whatever. But the problem is the games aren't good. Like, Modern Warfare 3 was not good, so they shouldn't have been gambling with anything like this, even if it's Pride Month, because you as a company shouldn't be appealing to 1% of your customers. You should try to stay out of it, and you guys put yourself in it without nobody really asking you to. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my initial takes on it. It's a disaster for them apparently, because they have what do you call those? The woke ammunitions. So Quartering, he always does a pretty good job. Make sure you give him a follow, a comment, you know, all of that good stuff, them love buttons. Make sure you give me those love buttons, and let's see what he has to say.
Large amounts of negative feedback. People have had enough of this. Sadly, you know, well, it's not sad. Actually, this is predictable. This is just predictable. The Live and Let Live crowd, of which I used to be a part of, I am no longer a part of that. You know, we tolerated a lot. And then there was, you know, stuff for the young ones. And then there was, you know, it wasn't just, hey, live and let live anymore. It was, now you must affirm me. You must endorse my
do
lifestyle.
what I do.
You must praise me. You must worship me. You must affirm all of my bizarre beliefs, in spite of how realistic they are or how rooted they may be in any level of actual reality. Well, Activision, the maker of Call of Duty, decided to put out...
Now, to give you a background, Activision has been on this shit for a long time. They are affected by Silicon Valley's disease of woke think, and now they are at the point of ownership of Microsoft. Microsoft is based out of California as well. Also has a company in Texas and all the gay parts. You know, so they also have, you know, homosexual employees, which is not a problem. The issue is that their lifestyle shouldn't be something that defines them. Who you have sex with should not define you as a person. It should just be one of your character traits. It shouldn't be something that is when you exaggerate something or make something loud when there's other aspects of the people that are that way. You generalize yourself and you put yourself in a bucket that allows people to feel that way, which is weird, but it's the truth. It's just how it works. You can't just feel this way and, feel this way. You gotta feel this way and tell everybody how you feel and tell people it's okay, that you should do it too, and that this and that, nah, and nah, 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 nah. And at first, everybody was like, cool, chilling, that's fine. I'm not into it, don't want to get into it, that's cool. The problem is, they ain't got enough people to make real political power. That's what I assume. And when it comes down to it, you need more people. How do you do that? Well, we've been doing it for years. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just, let's get into the ammo thing.
Trans pride ammo for the game, and the backlash has been biblical.
And this is the thing, though. Before we really get into it, this is the thing. I just want to piggyback off what he said just now. It's the trans pride flags, right? So, most people ain't got a problem with gays. Most people ain't got a problem with lesbians. Most people don't got a problem with trans, drags, whatever. We don't have an issue with you guys. Now, the issue that we have is that you guys it's not you guys. The T community and the drag community keeps on, I don't want to say flashing, but I think they keep on promoting it a little too much. It's okay to spread awareness. It's okay. Awareness and promotion is two different things. Like, that's just to get that started off. Awareness is when you make someone aware of something they may have not been aware of. They may have been ignorant on a certain topic. You inform them about it, and then you get some information to make a decision on your own. That's how you're supposed to do it. And if you decide to tolerate somebody or to be ignorant, that's up to you. Now, the problem is they're taking that up to you out of the question. They want it to be forced instead of tolerated. Toleration and force is two different things, just like those two are two different things. So it's just like, what are you going to do at that point? You can't force somebody to tolerate you. It's an oxymoron. You should have it to where you allow people to make mistakes. You allow people to tolerate you, and the ones that tolerate you are people that have your interest at heart, and those are people that will accept you in their community. The people that don't tolerate you probably don't want to be accepting. They probably never want to be accepting, and no matter how much demonizing you do on them for not wanting to accept you, it's just going to make them further hate you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just further causing hate because you are trying to force. But that's just my point.
To say the least. Absolutely immense. Now, if you're unaware of who Activision is, they own Blizzard, makers of World of Warcraft. They own Candy Crush. They own Call of Duty, the Call of Duty franchise, and several others, Overwatch via Blizzard, things
all
of
the
that
popular
nature.
ones.
They are not a small operation. They are not a small organization. They are, in fact, quite large. Their reaction, however, to this year's, muted response by many in corporate media has been interesting, to say the least. Remember now, game developer Activision accused of hosting, quote, struggle sessions for white developers to discuss their privilege. This was just 2 weeks ago. Activision recently published a braggadocious report on the company's DEI work. Video game company Activision Blizzard allegedly pushes employees to participate in DEI inclusion programs and installs diversity officers to ensure DEI compliance for each and every video game.
That's fucked.
Former Blizzard designer Mark Kern posted a leaked
They're
internal
trying
document.
to kill the company. Like, they're just trying to kill the company. What makes you think that people like your games? Tell me. Tell the community. What makes you think that people like your games? Tell me. Is it the fact that people buy Game Pass? Well, newsflash, people buy Game Pass to play old games and to shit on the new shit that you put out. Most people don't even finish the game. They create a review after 30 minutes playing it because it is stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the way it goes.
That showed the studio, which develops popular titles like World of Warcraft and Call of Duty, have been pushing extensive DEI work on its employees. Together, we will build a future that embraces diversity, fosters inclusivity, and empowers all. Well,
okay.
Except for white dudes. Those are, that is the evil class of individuals. Kern also made other alarming claims that said they came from a source inside the company. Quote, I've been shocked at what my former coworkers have told me about Activision Blizzard. It's a very different place than what it used to be. He used to work there. When the games were better and we left politics out of it, he told The Blaze. Blizzard now has struggle sessions where white developers must discuss their privilege and DEI emails that go out every single week. Non-mandatory meetings.
So what about their Asian members, the black members, the Indian members? They're all supposed to just be like, you know what? I'm just this, I'm making the same salary as you, but I'm more oppressed than you because my skin color is a little bit more chocolate. And I had to work harder than you to get this. Even though white dude probably had to do internships the whole 9 yards, you just got hired off the rip because you are who you are. This is what pisses people off right here. Right there, that statement right there is just ridiculous. And I don't see how it's not against our civil rights laws about discrimination. But that's just wicked to me that the companies are allowed to do this and people are allowing them to do it.
Openly
mandatory. Imagine being a white person. Okay, on today's diversity, I'm at the office today, and at today's diversity email that I have to put out, I think that we're going to, I'm going to tell the black people I just bought a yacht today, and I'm just thankful for my life, and I acknowledge the privilege I have over you, and I'm better than you in every way. And I'm white and have lemony skin and smell good. Submit, email, print. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be racist to send those emails out.
And now review forms that have you rate how well you DEI/ESG. I've been told for nearly
because I get paid. That ESG just proved it. The ESG is something that is enforced by BlackRock as a shareholder, a major shareholder in most of these businesses nowadays. If you don't do what they say, they refuse to give more money, and most companies want more money up front without selling you anything. So that's just the way it is.
Game design decision, Activision has to be run by DEI officers, their official title, that sat on the teams themselves. I hope that hasn't reached Blizzard itself, but I fear the worst. Your bonus now and review now depend on how hard you DEI. DEI officers are installed on every development team to ensure the message. Of all AAA studios out there, my developer friends and contacts who have come forth tell me that Ubisoft and Activision are by far the worst. This is not a surprise. This follows another report from just 2 weeks ago. Call of Duty developer Activision installs DEI officers on every development team to ensure the message is propagated. Again, is anybody surprised by this?
Nope.
No. Nobody's surprised by this. This is a part of modern video games. Well, now it's Pride Month, and so Call of Duty has to virtue signal.
Mm-hmm.
They must. That is the only
We're going to virtual signal on Call of Duty by posting your flag on a gun that you would otherwise hate in real life. If I put the LGBT flag on my rifle and then put it up in the fucking crowd, they would think that was the most disgusting thing ever. If I painted my bullets LGBT color, they would think that I'm hunting them. Now, The Call of Duty's doing it, and it's okay because they're representing them. It makes no sense.
Action is you must virtue signal to 0.03% of the population.
Lefties don't play Call of Duty, and if they do play Call of Duty, I'm sorry for generalizing, but at the same time, they don't like guns. That is a general fact. They don't like guns. Okay, so if you are sitting there promoting this to people that barely play your game, they're probably playing what's that game, Power World and shit like that right now. That's more up their style. It's colorful and it's fruity, you know, it's stuff that they like to play. Fortnite, shit like that. They ain't playing this.
So they put out some skins for the various weapons that you could make rainbow colored. And what happens is a lot of people will gaslight. A lot of the quote-unquote supporters of this kind of stuff will gaslight and say, it's just a skin, who cares, who cares? Okay, cool. Where are the hetero skins? Are there any straight pride skins in the game? Are there any skins that celebrate whiteness? Because there are skins that celebrate blackness. Is there skins that celebrate straightness? No, of course not. So they will gaslight and try to say, oh, it's just, you know, you're making a big deal out of nothing, blah, 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 blah.
Y'all did the same thing over Stellar Blade.
This is, you know, actual politics in the game. Now we have literal trans pride ammo. Of all the cringy things we see corporations do every year to placate the alphabet mafia, this might be one of the single worst examples. Just in time for Pride Month, Activision's Call of Duty has released a Pride Pack of cosmetic weaponry upgrades that allow trans Pride ammunition. Take that, phobes. Hey, they used my tweet. Shout out, not the bee. Feast your eyes. I have here Call of Duty selling trans Pride ammo. Just what every mass weirdo wants to do. There are other upgrades offered, including ones that allow you to decorate your arms with Pride-themed decorations and paint jobs.
And it's all bedazzled.
People that do this will receive extra attention in the game, if you know what I mean. I suspect they will receive extra criticism. Again, that's just a suspicion. I don't know that for a fact, but I have a feeling. I have a feeling this will backfire. That this will not exactly go like they think it will. Considering the spike in trans individuals doing terrible things in the last few years, the choice might be a little ill-advised.
Yeah, right.
Obviously, we can talk about the individual at Lakewood Church. Trans individual went in there and did something terrible. Obviously, we know about the Nashville School Church, that incident. We know about the Denver incident. We know about Aberdeen. We know about, you know, some of the comments and responses.
Oh, he's black, or she's black.
Reddit were disturbing. You see this, bro? I would love to just end some bigot with these things. Ranged estrogen injection, transition you to dead. I mean, that's just kind of funny. End the haters with these things.
With the gay bullets.
Gender issues with well-placed round to the family jewels. You know, a lot of this kind of stuff is...
If you get shot with it,
you
get put in the arched up position.
You know, people are getting absolutely crushed. You see, Happy Pride Month, Call of Duty has just announced a new operator update. I mean, people are obviously justly... absolutely crushing this. You see the joke.
That's
copy
funny.
Of the manifesto, one new map. Obviously, we know what that's a map of. Trans Pride ammo, 2 operator skins. Just getting ruthlessly.
That's
mocked.
hilarious.
And that's how this should be. Just so we're all clear.
That's how I feel about it.
That's how this should go. The mocking should be real. It should be roasted. It should be called out. It should be amplified. You see Grums writing the lawsuit danger is real. Some individuals...
I don't know who this Grums guy is, but he's somebody, and they keep on looking at him like he's video game Jesus. But, okay.
Put Remington out of business, later sold, under the theory that Remington advertising recklessly encouraged bad behavior by their marketing. So they could. I mean, I don't think... Like, we never really see it go in this direction. But it's entirely possible. that this could lead to some lawsuits. Maybe the families from Tennessee should consider suing. I mean, why not, right? For those asking Activision and Call of Duty and Daniel Defense, by the way, are all being sued by families from Uvalde in a ridiculous case that claims that branded the items in video games recklessly encouraged. Look, they're probably going to win.
They
this
don't
lawsuit.
brand it. They don't brand the
probably gonna
fucking
win it.
guns.
This is obviously, remember earlier this year or last year, they removed a very, very popular creator who had been promoting their game for free for years, Nick Merckx, simply because he said, hey, leave the kids alone. Maybe just leave the kids alone. You can have your pride parade, but maybe leave the kids alone. I'm shocked that they are this stupid. Call of Duty parent company censors streamer for defending kids against trans agenda. That's what they did. I mean, there's no denying that's what they did. This very popular, probably the first or second most popular streamer of their game in the world, gets cut off simply because he said, hey, maybe leave the kids alone.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Maybe.
That's so fucked.
You see Papa UWX writing, wake up, stop buying this slop every year. You see, DEI. You see, when you realize
well,
you're no
if
longer
it's
the
up to me, I'm
audience,
waiting.
They have a rubber duck, Nicki Minaj.
I'm not buying
and
Call of Duty up
Lopez
front
and
this year.
friends.
I am never buying a Call of Duty game up front no more after Vanguard. Vanguard and Modern Warfare 3 put a bad taste in my mouth with Call of Duty. I'm done with COD.
I don't know. That must be Fortnite, I assume, or Call of Duty. I'm not totally sure. You have this guy from Ubisoft for a modern gaming audience. You see Pride camos coming to Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone. Let's look at the comments. Wow, colorful camos to run. Hopefully nobody makes a big deal about this. Oh, they look pretty dope. Surely no one will have an issue with this, right? So this is somebody who
Everybody
obviously
had an
agrees
issue
with it. Again, you can have it in the game. That's fine, but let's not pretend
A unicorn.
that
Why
you're
does
pushing an
everything?
agenda.
My
And
thing is,
everybody-
why does everything have to be like kiddish and like animated and like kid oriented when it comes to this? Like, why can't it just be like, look, this is what I mean. Like, hold on, let me turn this back.
Surely no one will have an issue with this, right? So this is somebody who
wait till
obviously
you scroll
agrees
down.
with it. Again,
That right there, that looks like a fucking toy I would buy my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't look like something a gay person would use. It looks like like Hello Kitty and My Little Pony had a baby and it had an assault rifle and, did some things behind the alleyway with that assault rifle and then created this thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that it just makes no sense.
you can have it in the game. That's fine, but let's not pretend that you aren't pushing an agenda. And everybody online is just absolutely crushing them. The quartering.
That's good.
Right, 41% chance.
I hate when YouTubers do that, by the way. He just referred to himself in the third person. Like we're doing that.
End up ending you instead of the opponent. You look at Warzone alerts. You can now lose to trans ammo in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Will you be...
My thing is, like, is it reactive or something? Like, because the Cheech and Chong ammunition, like, for 420 or whatever, that was, like, turning people into joints and shit. So if you get shot by those, do you get, like, turned into, like, a Stellar Blade character or, like, a really strong-looking woman? You know what I'm saying? That'd be kind of funny.
Be taking the risk. This is a part of the Pride bundles. You see, I tried this blueprint, and I haven't been able to shoot straight at all. Now I have this operator skin.
That was
people
funny.
bring this individual up. Don't play woke games. The school incident pack goes extremely hard. This is peak virtue signaling. How embarrassing. This is hilarious. They only work 41% of the time. There's a 41%. I mean, like, everybody's absolutely mocking this. And that's how people should be reacting to this crap. Like,
That's funny.
This should be mocked. This should be...
And it's crazy because a lot of
should be,
like people on there,
largely,
they're saying that shit on there.
Rejected.
Usually on like Twitter and stuff like that, like you would see a lot of people defending shit like that, and it's kind of cool to see people like normal people that don't usually talk about it, like talking about it. It's pretty cool.
By consumers all around the world, because until we start laughing at this stuff, until we start rejecting it, or until we it's gonna keep getting worse, and it's gonna keep going like this.
He ain't lying.
So I encourage people to keep bullying these video game companies who
Do it. Bully the video game companies. Make them our slaves. Put them back in their place. You know what I'm saying? Give them the treatment. But that's my take on it. I want to hear from you guys. Be sure you guys hit that comment, the subscribe, all that shit, to follow, the lump buttons. If you guys have anything actually that you want to react to, watch, see my reaction on it, go ahead and get the comments and I'll go ahead and do that for you. I ain't mean to hit the king of the hill, but until you guys do that, back to the watch laters. We'll probably do one more of my own and then see where I want to go from there. So we'll go to watch later. We got all of this stuff here, so we just watched that. Here we go again. It's Prime Month. People are talking shit about it. I'm saying no to Pride Month. Look at this. Jackass proves he's senile again. Fucking, we got Destiny over there. We got some guns. Wave gives up the cheeks. Let's check this out real quick.
I broke his heart like 8 times. And then this is the last.
It's too much. 6 times, not 7 times, not 8 times.
Let's see what he got to say.
And God forgave me and he took me back. No more wasting time. Let's check it out.
There was a time where I ended up being pregnant. Not with him, of course, but not by him. I ended up pregnant. I was like, okay, I don't know what to do. So then I ended up getting a by myself, and it was the most horrible visit I've ever done. That moment where I was like, how did I get here? Like, I had this beautiful, wonderful man of God. I am pregnant and I'm doing all this in secret. It was so heavy that I had to tell him. And when I tell him this last time, he's gonna break up with me. I broke his heart like 8 times. And then this is the last time. I'm like, there's no way he wants me back, ever.
That was the proof. There you go. 8 times in case you didn't believe me. Let's keep listening.
8 times. If a man doesn't like check something or walk away after the first time, he doesn't respect himself enough, and he's gonna keep dealing with it.
And he said, well, did you ask God for forgiveness? I'm like, I did. Did you forgive yourself? I'm like, I don't know. Well, I love you and I still want you to be my wife. That was my moment that I felt God's mercy and grace for the
No, that is your moment where you found out that exactly what I said. This man ain't about shit. I can do whatever I want.
first time ever.
Okay, so here's the thing. My own personal opinions on cheating and men forgiving women for cheating have gone back and forth. I had to drink coffee a couple of times, guys, because originally, you know, when I first started doing the content thing, some of the commentary I made was really cut and dry. And
yeah, that's what I don't enjoy about some people is like, explain further. I want to hear more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like you got a point there. Let me hear it. I want to hear it. I don't want to hear, you know, some bullshit. I just want to hear your point real quick. But
learn more and grow. And I had to drink coffee a couple of times myself. Yes, Chisha Zed. I had to learn that, okay, there are some men out here who are able to forgive a woman for infidelity. Now, whether you think you can do it,
I wouldn't be able
to. That's up to you, right? But whether you think that person is right or wrong,
I couldn't personally do it just because if I did that, like, I would look at the girl, like, most of the time when I look at my girl, I know she's been with another dude in the past, you know, a few of them. And I just don't look at that part. I kind of look at my girl like that's my girl, you know, she's innocent, you know, she's doing her thing, even though I know in the back of my mind she ain't innocent. It's just something nice to think about, you know, it's something primal. When I get that feeling to be compromised, like I feel like she's, you know, a little bit red flag, that's when my ass start getting a little, I don't know about this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You're not a part of that relationship. And let me tell you something, these relationships actually continue. And some of them, you will talk to the guy and he genuinely has forgiven his chick. They've moved on. And I had to accept that. I was like, you know what? This exists. And acting like it doesn't exist is just avoiding the truth. And I said, they are a small percentage of men. Because most men aren't going to forgive a woman for cheating. They're just not going to. But it happens.
But I know a couple dudes personally that did it, and they told me it's because they're like, listen, my chick's bad as hell, and I'm more than likely not going to find another one like that. And then they wound up crushed because they allowed themselves to go against their integrity, and they still, were surprised that their girl did what they did.
But this right here is too much. This right here, to me, sounds like what I usually say about men who are highly religious, spiritual, may identify as Christian. And I know this because I grew up in the church. I saw a lot of guys who took a lot of abuse, whether it was cheating.
Mm-hmm. Because they give it up to God, and I don't see nothing wrong with that. If you have that religious belief, do it. But God didn't give you common sense and a brain to not use it. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's running game on you or making you feel like they're breaking their vows, I feel like that you should do what you got to do to leave that. Like, I don't understand why people just stay.
Whether it was being disrespected because they chose to believe that Christianity means that you take it and forgive and forgive and forgive as many times as you possibly can, no matter how many times you're affected. To me, if this was a friend of mine, if this woman's friend, her husband, told me this story, I'd say, bro, leave her. Leave her fast, not slow.
That's what I would say,
That's
too.
the advice I would give. Because my perspective in general when it comes to this whole thing is...
Like, screw his perspective real quick. My perspective on it is, if you fucking allow your girl to do some shit that you don't agree with one time, she's going to do it all the time. And it's because you allowed it one time. And if you don't like that, then you got to leave and then set that precedent in the next relationship that you're not going to allow that. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is.
A lot of guys, after a woman has cheated on them, turn into the type of person who isn't ideal for a healthy relationship.
Yep.
There are men who are afraid to walk away.
That was like, real quick, I'm sorry I'm pausing this so much, but I relate to this part so much. It's like, that was me after my ex broke up with me back in like 2014-ish. It was like right before 2015. So, it was like 2014, my ex broke up with me, and like 2 years after that, I ain't talked to females, I ain't want to go out. I ain't feel like I was the type of person. Then I got with my girl around 2017, and I still had that chick on my mind. And I'm like, damn, dude, like, what the fuck? And I thought my girl was going to go out and cheat on me and do all this nasty on me and dirt on me. And my girl not like that, the girl I'm with now. You know what I'm saying? And that's real. Like, people really go through some mental things when you betray their trust like that. It's not just, oh, I left you because you broke, da-da-da-da-da. You betrayed somebody's trust instead of talking to them like a person. You know what I'm saying?
But you're going to feel that they resent you and they're going to treat you bad in that marriage because he cannot walk away, right? Being able to walk away is a strength in itself. This is crazy. Let's check out some of these comments. Top comment says, church simps are the easiest ones to mess over.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it comes with the territory, right?
Because they taught different.
If you are taught to forgive, there will be times where people will take that forgiveness for granted. Now, does it mean that you're cold-blooded and you turn your back on your beliefs? No. I think there's a healthy approach to Christianity where you can find that balance between being a pushover and being somebody who is forgiving.
Yeah, just because you're Christian don't mean you got to be stupid. You can use your brain.
As well. A lot of people like to paint biblical characters and Jesus and a lot of other figures in the Bible as people who were pushovers when they weren't that. They weren't that at all.
And you know why divorce didn't exist back in Jesus' time? Because if they found a woman committing adultery with another man even though that man has a wife or that man, has a, something going on. They would stone both the man and the woman to death. That's why there was no such thing as divorce. You had a fucking vested interest not to do that.
You just have to read the Bible to know that. Somebody else here says, this is one of the most disgusting and pathetic stories I've ever heard. 46 likes. There's somebody else who says, did she just say 8? She did.
8.
Another person responded back and says she did. The number might possibly be higher than that. Somebody else here says, she better never let anyone find out who her husband is. LOL. Feel bad for that man. ... Needs to grow a set. Here's somebody else who says, there is no way that she respects this guy. Somebody else here added, this man lives in scarcity and lack to take her back. 6 likes. Here's another person who says, wow, this is rich. Followed by another commenter who says, the first time ever, not the other 8 times you broke his heart before that? What a joke. Another commenter here says, accountability is a part of Christianity. That poor guy doesn't understand this. This woman is taking advantage of the idea of...
I think it just boils down to this. It looks like it's the rest of his comments. So I think that it just boils down to this. If you aren't emotionally and physically and mentally responsible for yourself to the point where you will not allow people to use your body in any type of way, you will not allow people to mentally persuade you or manipulate you in any type of way, you should not date. And the reason why is because you will always make yourself out to be a victim. The person will feel insulted or disgusted by that, and shit gets ugly real fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think those people should not date. I think those are people that should mess around if they want to get an itch off, and in reality just stay to themselves until they can figure their shit out. The problem is a lot of people want to jump into relationships because they see examples of relationships all the time through family, through different aspects in life, and they just don't take the second to like be like, you know what, is this going to actually work out? Do I just want to bang this girl? Do I just want to bang this dude? You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. It's just, I don't want to fucking end up in a situation where I don't look stupid. And that's a lot of people's problem. Instead of being prepared to be stupid, how about you prepare yourself to gain that relationship that you want, to know for 100% fact, or not 100%, but 98% fact that you ain't going to feel stupid in the end of it. You know what I'm saying? But that's my takes. I want to hear you guys' takes in the comments below. And that will be the end. If you guys want to see this, you can see the repost on YouTube. It'll be edited and done up and stuff like that. Make sure you guys hit that follow, that like, all of that stuff for your boy. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.